We are here on Talk of the Town. I'm Betsy McDaniel in for Robin Zimmerman today, and joining me is Dr. John Batson, and we are going to talk about something really fun in just a moment, which is the paddle battle. But first, give us a little bit about your background.
Well, I grew up on Hilton Head, always was very into water sports, and paddleboarding became one of those things that I became interested in and started doing more and more and eventually competing in it. And I'm on the board with the Outside Foundation. So we came up with the idea to hold this race 6 years ago, and all the proceeds go to the Outside Foundation. So we're really excited to be continuing that effort. This is our 6th year.
Yeah, well, that's very exciting. So tell us about you in your real life, though, outside of paddleboarding, and then we'll get to the paddle battle.
Okay, so I'm a board-certified, fellowship-trained pain medicine and sports medicine physician. My office is out at New River Parkway. I treat a lot of neck pain, back pain, basically older adults trying to stay active with tennis, golf, paddleboarding, whatever they like to do.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if they fall off the board, they come and see you.
Right, right.
Well, so talk to us about how 6 years ago, I know you said that you were always very active in water sports and kind of got into paddleboarding. How did the idea come together to put this particular kind of event together?
So I started competing more with paddleboarding and traveling around the Southeast, and said, man, we have so much great water here in Hilton Head. You know, it's the second largest barrier island on the East Coast. So we have a ton of waterway, and I just didn't see much happening with some of the paddleboarding and kayaking and whatnot. A lot of people have them, but don't necessarily get together and do it in a race format. So we came up with the idea to have the race. I was already on the board with the Outside Foundation, and it was a logical thing to try. Our mission with the Outside Foundation is to get kids in kayaks. We try to get them to learn about the local ecosystem and protecting the environment, be good stewards of our land down here. And so there was a logical move to try to bring all these people from the Southeast and beyond to race in Hilton Head, benefit the Outside Foundation at the same time. And
before we started filming, you said there was people, you just mentioned too, but they come from all over, and some of the really the top paddleboarders in the country are coming to this event. And it's interesting to me because, again, before we started filming, I didn't really realize there was a whole competitive side to paddleboarding. So that's really fascinating.
Yeah, so we have a lot of great athletes in paddleboarding that are Olympic level. I mean, it's been inspiring to see the Olympics recently, and I know a lot of paddleboarders are saying, gosh, we're training this hard, and we're really trying to get paddleboarding into the Olympics. So hopefully we'll see that.
Well, and as I mentioned before we started filming, breakdancing is out.
Right.
So maybe paddleboarding is going to slip in there.
An in there. But we're seeing a shift with paddleboarding where we've got different disciplines. We've got sprint events, we've got distance events, and tech events where they go around buoys, perhaps through surf, things like that. This year we're hosting the USA Stand-Up Paddleboard National Championship, so we're mimicking that. So we have a 3-day event. Day 1 is sprints, day 2 is our distance event, and day 3 we're in the surf at Sea Pines Beach Club and doing our tech event.
Yeah, very interesting. Can somebody come and watch? Even if they're not participating, can we come and watch what's happening?
Right, so we have 2 great options, especially for Saturday as far as spectators. One is outside Ohana is a large 40-foot catamaran, very stable, shaded, and that'll be on the water, so you can purchase tickets to be on that and have a drink and watch the paddling while it's happening. We've also partnered with Benny's Restaurant, and they're going to host a viewing party with a Jumbotron that the town is providing. So we'll have a live feed. Everyone can be viewing this even online if you want. Okay,
very good. And you also mentioned before we started filming that there's different levels to this. So if you are an amateur but you still want to be involved, you can do that. But then obviously if you're really, a professional at this, you have that level too.
Right.
How does somebody register or get involved in the paddle battle?
So everything's on lowcountrypaddle.com. Day 1 is our sprint event. That's September 6th, the Friday. And so you can race alongside the best in the world. It'd be like walking out to the Heritage and playing, golf with the best in the world. So you can line up with the best in the world, or you can just watch. But so day 1, we've got the sprint event. Day 2, we've got a 5K, the Vero Aloha Cup, named after one of our local paddlers, Peter Vero. That's really more the fun event. You'll see people dressing in Hawaiian shirts and whatnot out there having fun. We've got the 10K event that'll be pretty competitive with the stand-up paddle crowd. Then we've also got, for kayakers and outrigger canoes, an endurance paddle around Pinckney Island. So Saturday's a big day with a lot going on. And then Sunday, you can come, and obviously our surf is not too big here, but you'll see athletes run through the surf, go through a buoy course, and then run back on the land. And we'll have kind of a group of people cheering them on. It'll be exciting.
Well, thank you so much for being here to share about this event. I think it sounds fascinating and a lot of fun. So good luck with it, and you'll have to come back and tell us how it went.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.